throw down here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Houston! Are you ready for that? Woo, we're only 3 days into this. I don't know if I'll last. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman. Boyd Polheim is the handsome one over here. The rich guy on my left, your right, that's Andy Seiler. But the most beautiful of our team is Janie Johnson. She's in the field. Smart, too. She's got some stuff. I want you to think about something. This is our third night, championship night. I like this night the best of all.
Well,
Pressure's on.
Yeah, we're a 5-round tournament, basically, and this is the first round that concludes tonight. The 4 highest money winners advance to our semifinals just by being one of the 4 high money winners. Right now, though, I'm looking at a world champion and Houston champion bareback rider by the name of Jess Pope. He's on the outside looking in. Well, one thing I know about Jess, when the pressure is the highest, that's when he shows up. This guy just won Tucson, Arizona with an 89.5-point ride, and he may be outside the top 4 right now, but when you got a world champion and a Houston champion, you keep your eyes on Jess Pope. I bet he makes it.
Well, they said it in the opening song. You got to buckle up. There are multiple vulnerabilities. I mean, you talk about Leighton Berry, Statler Wright, Tucker Allen, our defending champion and a world champion. None of those guys are safe. They have to win money tonight, but that's what makes this rodeo so exciting.
It absolutely will be exciting. As Bob mentioned earlier, we have a 4th member of our team that'll be on the arena floor getting all the inside details. Let's go down to Janie Johnson.
Thanks, Boyd. Super excited about tonight. Rascal Flatts will be performing on the star stage later on. I'm behind the buck and shoots, but a contestant I want to talk about is the 20-year-old Wacy Shala. He's #1 in the world standings in the bareback riding, but he's an all-around impressive cowboy. He's competing here in 2 events, the bareback and the bulls. He's ridden both of his bulls. He also got a round win in the bareback. So long story short, Wacy Shala could be going home with 2 guitars out of this Super Series. I had a chance to talk with him about the horse that he drew tonight, Found Me.
I have a really good horse. I don't think she's been bucked much under a bareback rigging, but she's always a solid one for the bronc rider, so I'm expecting her to be good for me.
Wacy's just here behind the buck and shoots getting ready. It all starts for him in the bareback riding tonight.
Let's play this game, and we're going to start it with a contest known as the tie-down roping. First up on the schedule, it's brought to you by our friends at Boot Barn. And so far, so good for Ty Harris, the 2024 champion. We've got some inside baseball. We'll tell you about him a little bit later on. But the 2024 champ leads the money race right now. Remember, the top 4 money winners get out of here. Harris looks great to make it to a semifinal. Durfee looks good. Everybody else needs to get a check tonight. Some of them big checks, some of them small checks, but everybody has to get a check if you're not in the top 2.
Well, 25-year-old Chet Wheats comes in number 11 in the world, but $500 is not enough. He is 7th out of 8. The top 4 will move on. So the all-around champion in San Angelo needs to apply some pressure. Good calf, good start. He's standing at the end of the line. String the front leg, gather him up and tie. What a way to set the pace, Bobby T.
Well,
nice
that's
run.
exactly what we've talked about for the last 2 nights. If this comes down to this in the 3rd and final series, you have nothing to do but let it all rip. That is, thank you, Boyd, the fastest run of the whole rodeo so far. 8-3. Woo! That's worth 3,000 at the moment.
At the moment, but as Andy pointed out, that's how you go from having $500 won to $3,500 and looking a lot better to advancing to a semifinal. Let's go to Canada's Pride and Joy, our pride and joy as well. Riding a horse he calls Peso, this is Logan Bird. He finished second last night with a 9.6. That was worth $2,000. He could do that again, finish in the top two. He'd be looking good. That 8.3 is staring down on this field hard. There you go, Logan. Nat and Alberta, Canada, going to work. String the front leg, bring up the hind two. A little bobble on that final tie. It's going to come in at I believe it's a 9.6 for Logan Bird. That matches his time from, no, it was a 10.6.
Yeah.
10-6 for Logan.
And those mistakes were costly. But when you look at the next guy going, world champion Tyson Durfee, we asked him, how do you stay calm in such a big rodeo? Well, he told us basically he breathes, says a few extra prayers. Nope.
Or else. It's my personal favorite rodeo of the year. Basically, I breathe, I pray, and let's rope and ride, and whatever happens, happens.
There you go. I breathe, I pray, and then just whatever happens, happens. Well, in 2016, Andy, he let it happen here. He not only won Rodeo Houston, but went on to win his only world championship that same season.
Since then, building on a $2.1 million career. He's won nearly 4,000 here this year. He can add to that total. Good calf. Everything comes together for the champ of the world. 8.4, and he keeps rolling.
Please consider the fact that last summer he won the Daddy of Mall at the age of 41, shows up here at 42. There's a lot of guys 20 years younger going, how does he do it? His faith, his strength, his attitude just proved it. 8-4 at the moment, worth $2,000.
Well, it looks like he's going to place in every round. He was fourth in the first round. First last night with a 9.4. Knocks a second off of that. If I'm a bet man, I'm betting you'll see Tyson Durfee in a semifinal. Can't say the same thing for Jake. He's only won $250. We got to go get a bucket load. Ellensburg, Washington. No time in round one, 18.5 in round two, and none of that matters. What he really needs is an 8-2, folks. If he could tie a calf in 8-2, and trust me, he can. He's done it many times in his life, but he's got to do it tonight.
Oh, he did reach out there to get him. And I mean, he hit that barrier line, pushed it out of the way like I don't need you there. That made all the difference in the world.
Folks, he's going back to Washington. He will not be here on our championship Saturday. Let's give that cowboy a thank you for coming to Rodeo Houston. He will not be advancing.
The Super Series is fair and equitable. Everybody gets 3 chances, but it also creates a moment where you have to take chances on night 3. For instance, Trevor Hale, Perryton, Texas, does not have enough money to advance, so it's kind of the same scenario. 8-2 to make yourself safe. The youngster reaches out. Can Texas do it on night 3? Gather them up. Yes, sir! It's the fastest run of the rodeo when he needed it the most. 8.2 for Trevor.
And folks, he gambled. He gambled. Watch this. He literally rolled the dice. Watch the tie. Instead of going around the links 3 times with the piggin string, he only goes around them twice. That's called a wrap and a hooey. He gambled and it paid off. He had an ace in a hole. How about it for Hale? He moves into the top 2 in money 1.
Now, he had broken barriers on the last 2 runs tonight. He had a calf that didn't start as hard. Okay, San Angelo, Texas has become the calf roping capital of the world.
Let's explain what's going on here. We don't know for sure, folks, but we suspect this man is injured an ankle. And according to our ground rules, in order to be able to advance to a semifinals, you have to compete on all 3 head. So he had to ride in that box and nod even though he was not going to leave. You see his right leg in a boot right now. That's just to keep him eligible for the semifinals. That's your 2024 Rodeo Houston champion who's going to walk out of here on crutches now. So let's encourage him that 2 weeks from now he's feeling better and you go back at it.
All right, no crutches for Cash Hooper. Panhandle, Pampa, Texas, look out. On the ground, but the calf was down. That just cost him a second. We're at 8. Get out of there at a 9 and 8. Now that would have made a lot of difference if he could have had that calf standing when he got to him. Andy, know that cost him a full second. 8-8 would have been a lot better.
Yes, it would have, Bob. And how many other places is 9-8 going to win you a lot of money? But 9-8 on a tough night like this is 4th.
And you know what? Michael Otero's already in. Because even if he doesn't win a dime tonight, he's at $2,750. Logan Bird is projected at $2,500 in the number 4 spot. So now, because you're the last guy to go, you have the luxury of knowing I can take all kinds of chances and go for the go-around win, get to 3,000 because I'm advancing anyway. The 2019 champion of Rodeo Houston takes the gamble, moves on the run, string, rapping a hooey! That might have got him the guitar.
I don't think there was any gamble in that. He did everything right from the time he nodded his head. He and his wife could leave here a rich couple. Boy, did he get out of there a lot better than he has on the first 2. Look at this. Textbook perfect.
Handled his slack to a T and kept that calf standing, and it's going to get him some more money and go round 3.
Yeah. He's going to finish in the top 4 in money 1. Swing your rope, Jake Pratt. Put that pegging string in your mouth, bite down hard. Concentrate, watch the barrier line, fire the loop like it's a Hail Mary pass, and then bail off the back of a 1,200-pound hose. 42 years old, who's counting? He's gonna walk out of here with a guitar, the man with a devout faith. And then there's a chance to live and play another day, Trevor. You're gonna play another day. Tyson Durfee advances. He takes Ty Harris with him and Trevor Hale and Michael Otero. 3 Rodeo Houston champions. Durfee has got his first guitar, though. How about it for the 2016 champion of the world? He gets the Rodeo Houston guitar, the A&B Alberta boots for being the champion tie-down roper of Super Series number 1. Thank you to our friends at Boot Barn for bringing it your way.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the highest money winner is crowned the Super Series champion. They receive custom boots courtesy of Alberta Boot Company Outfitters and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston Super Series champions. Out of each of the 5 Super Series, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000. with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Coming up next, it'll be the bareback riding. Everybody get ready.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
And a thanks goes out to Cavender's Boot City. They sponsor our hardworking arena crew. They're down in the dirt. They're on the back of the bucket chutes. They make all the work behind the scenes that brings you the product in the front of the bucket chutes. Thank you to Cavenders Boot City for our arena crew.
Hey, check it out. Look at those video screens. Our friends at Carnival Cruise Line make the Cowboy Cam happen. It's going to be bringing out the Wild West in you. Look at there. What a handsome young man. I want a big smile out of the next pair. There you go. Relaxing on the right side, thinking about it over here. Oh, what a beautiful couple. She can even ride a bull. There it is. Somebody's gonna get a kiss as she rides the bull all the way to the whistle.
I think I'd rather be on the pool deck. You guys are looking good on the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam.
It's Armed Forces Appreciation Day at Rodeo Houston. So proud to have so many in uniform as they move to the edge of their seat for the Bareback bronc riding, sponsored by Chevron. There's just no clear-cut leader. The rookie Jason Wilson has been doing pretty good thus far. But man, it's just spread out. He's got 3,300. He's only $125 ahead of Wasey Shala. Reiner and Champion are in hot pursuit. But like I said, it's anybody's game. Tonight's third chance is your last chance.
First Cowboy to go, Cole Reiner has a rematch on a horse called Ruby's Girl from the Servey family. He's won $2,625. 81 and 83 coming into the third round of our first Super Series. He's number 7 in the world. Crossed the $1 million mark. See if we can get him just a little more and be safe. Great start on this little sorrel horse. Snappy traveling to the right as it makes its way to the fence. Not too bad, Bobby team.
Well, Pinion Servey said get ready, first jumped and then go to cracking. And she did just exactly that. Jump, kick, look at him set his feet.
Remember, he had this horse at Kalispell, Montana 2 years ago. So Ruby's Girl is no stranger to him. And he is going to boost his points by 2. 86 points to set the bar with Cole Reiner.
I'd say she bucks pretty good at sea level compared to 6,000 feet. Don't do anything with it. Here's Andy's pick out of the first round. Jason Wilson. He was 88 points the very first night. He's been good, but this horse called Frontier Hostage, the lineage on this horse goes back to one of the great studs of the Calgary Stampede.
Easy little mare. Champion of the first Frontier Circuit Finals, made it here by winning the Permit Finals. Now they're going to roll this horse up, see if we can free her up a little bit, make her feel more comfortable in chute number 10.
So this is a horse they buck in the saddle bronc riding too. This horse is out of Calgary Stampede Stud. So you have all these different stock contracting firms, people who raise bucking horses for a living. And they haul different mares and different studs that they're using to create a herd of their own. Well, from time to time, different stock contracting firms will swap stud horses. That's what happened between the Servey Championship Company in Calgary. They took a horse called Majestic Rocket and put it on the Servey herd for a year or two. And this is one of the products of that, Frontier Hostage. Now, Clay Jorgensen had this horse in San Antonio, was 83.5 points. Over the neck, not good. Not good. Let's talk about this. Look, let's talk about this. You don't just spur with your feet, you hang on with your feet. And so when he spurs over the neck of this horse, he can't hang on. That gets him off his rigging.
He's got to pick it up from right here, totally out of position, reset your feet, and as Boyd mentioned, it'll put you away from your rigging. You can pull back up. Very difficult, and it is just to make the whistle. Give him a hand for the try, folks. Give him a hand for the try. That's a good way to break your hip.
Well, he survives at 60 points, but Hopefully he had enough money won already to advance him so he can rebound in the semifinals. Here's a man that understands this format. He's won this rodeo twice, Leighton Berry. Daddy's girl, the bay horse from the Cervies, letting him show off that spurt throat.
Wow. Folks, if you want to see a great bucking horse and a great bucking horse rider, all you got to do is watch this replay. Watch the two-time Houston champion stay in rhythm with the horse. You see his feet beat the horse to the ground? He's got to set his feet before the front feet of the horse hit the ground. He does it perfectly through the 8-second effort, and it's 82.5 points for Leighton Berry.
He would have liked to have been at that 85, 86 mark if it was going to work.
Next cowboy to go, a $2 million man by the name of Richmond Champion. We asked him, who inspires you?
My wife, Paige. She's a go-getter. She's raised a 2-year-old a lot of the time without me because I'm on the road, and that's no easy feat, and there's no sitting around for her.
So who inspires him? His wife. That's pretty cool right there.
The Olympic ice skater, figure skater. Quite an inspiration she is. This man's inspired the next generation. 9 trips to the national finals. Viewmaster of the horse from David Bailey Pro Rodeo. They've been as high as 84 on this horse in Denver. And Richmond has already won a little over $2 grand this year at Rodeo Houston, but one more check would sure be nice to make sure that he gets out of our first Super Series.
Well, that check coming is at 78 points. I don't think that's going to help him a whole lot in this pin, and the horse quit him right in the middle.
He's all right, though. He's at 33.75. Anybody over 3,000 is usually looking pretty good. Leighton Berry is now the guy on the chopping block. So he's sitting fourth as Darian Johnson drew the pick of the litter. This is a horse called Warning Shot from the Bailey Rodeo Company, and they don't make them better than this one, folks. They've averaged 87 points. What? I've decided to take today off. What are all these people doing here?
Well, he's been to the big rodeos all winter.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, if you look at what they did on him, Wasey Shala was 89 in Denver.
Then 88 in San Antonio. Tonight he said, I'm not going to be 8 for nothing. Now watch what Chase is trying to do, push him back in.
He really wants this horse. They're going to offer him a re-ride because the horse broke the plane. So the 8 seconds transpired, and therefore they're going to offer him a re-ride if he wants one. But if this horse stalls again, look at the judge. That's the judge in the suit coat telling him, now here's the deal. If you don't take the re-ride and you keep this horse, if he stalls again, you're not going to get a re-ride. So we're going to roll forward to another cowboy and hopefully free this horse up, because I'm promising you, Darian Johnson wants this horse, but the judge is telling him, if you suffer the same fate the next time you nod your head that you suffered the first time, we're not going to award you a re-ride. You're forfeiting your opportunity to get one. So, folks, when this gate opens up, y'all need to let this horse know you came here to watch her buck.
Well, Terry Carlin, our rodeo official, was very serious, explaining it to a young Darian. This kid's 27 years old. That's middle age today, almost.
Swing that gate open.
No. Look at she just standing there licking her lips going, I don't think so.
Well, and it's easy for us to look in the rearview mirror and go, would you have done the same
I'd
thing
have
or
done
not?
the same thing he did. I would have absolutely done the same thing Darian chose to do. That horse, when she performs, is just too good. But now the judges have to score him. 1 to 25 on the horse for I Heart Eat Buck. That's 1. 1 to 25 on the Cowboy for I Holy Road. That's 1. From 2 judges, that'd be 4 points. That's a guess. That's not official. Sorry, Binion.
Well, everybody's going to be able to share their opinion there right now. Well, he's thinking, is there any chance that they'll just say, forgive it, And do it again? No.
No, there's rules, Bob.
I know.
We have to follow them.
Rules.
But now we go to the number one man in the world, Wacy Shala, the three-time NFR qualifier on a Survey horse called R. Watson's Found Me. He just won San Antonio with a 91.
Yeah.
He is on a tear. At 20 years old, he's already a millionaire. Let's make another deposit, Wacy.
Well, that's the guy that Janie talked about in the opening. He's already, that's his fifth head, actually his sixth because he got a re-ride one night. That's his sixth head of bucking stock in the last 2.5 days. He's been unbelievably consistent in the bull riding both bulls. And now at 82.5, he moves into a tie for second, but he's behind Cole Reiner on money one.
All right, Boyd, you referenced in our opening tonight about Jess Pope, the Kansas Cowboy, the rancher, the world champion, and in 2022, the champion at Houston. That catapulting opportunity to win $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 at this rodeo will put you out in the lead, and then stay with it till you get to the Wrangler NFR in Vegas.
Stand up. Leave him like this.
He needs to win second at least. 83, 84, but 83 or more. Fast start call. Yes, yes, yes. That's the Chocolate Thunder. That horse got stronger, Andy, as he went across there.
He did, and he also gives Jess a lot of timing. As you see, he pulls his own flank strap. But you can see the sweat on the horse that comes from Colorado underneath the young man from Kansas. That is textbook on how you spur a bucking horse. Toes turned down. He did what he needed to do. 83.5 for the Pope.
And now, listen up. That means Miles Carlson has to win the round. He's got to be 86.5 if he wants a prayer of advancing. So here we go. Carlson on the NFR horse from the Bailey Company. Little Bug. Actually, if he ties for second, 83.5, that might be enough to get him there.
And that may be the horse to do it on. You talk about honest. This horse only takes one little move to the left, and from there almost stays in the same tracks, but he's going to fall just short. 81.5 for Carlson, and he will be on the outside looking in.
Woo! They call it physically demanding. The most physically demanding contest in professional rodeo. But if you think it's just physical, you're wrong. It's mental too. All you gotta do is look at their eyes, look at the grit in their teeth, watch their necks snap at the end of each jump as they try to keep their chin tucked with 1,200 pounds of gravity, trying to take it away. Leighton Berry, the two-time champ, will not be a three-time. He did not make it to the semifinal. Jess Pope did exactly what I predicted he might. Won enough to get into the top three. To the victor go the spoils, and here are your advancing Cowboys. Cole Reiner will win Super Series number 1, chased by Shala, Pope, and Wilson. And down below, we go to Cole.
I don't know if that boy from Wyoming can play that guitar. Now shake it, buddy. Do it all. Little town of Buffalo, Wyoming, you ought to be proud. That's the bareback riding. What an event. Brought to you by Chevron.
Stay close. Team ropers are coming on in. They are next in the Bayou City.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, the official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for our rodeo athletes.
It's autograph time in the fan zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. This is the most fun place to be if you want to meet some amazing Rodeo Houston athletes. Our tie-down ropers have already made their way up here. There's royalty. Come to section 103 or 124 for the fan zone.
Well, of course, we'd love to have you inside NRG Stadium every day and every night for the rodeo. We know that's not really possible. But if you can't join us inside NRG, you could join us at home because we are on not only the Cowboy channel, we're on the Space City Home Network, and we're also on Telemundo. And that leads me to introduce to you our two Hispanic announcers. That, of course, is Enrique y Luis. Hi, guys.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Les invitamos a todos que descarguen su aplicación de Telemundo Houston para acompañarnos durante todos los 21 días de Rodeo Houston aquí en español.
Gentlemen, a cordial invitation for everyone to please download the Telemundo app. The word for today is really easy. Barrel racing. Carrera de los barriles. The R is just like cerveza, boy.
Okay. How did I know you know how to roll the R for both of those things? Welcome back to Rodeo Houston. We are headed to the team roping now. And the top dog, as it's brought to you by Corral Boots. The top dogs are Smith and Rich. That'd be Jake and Douglas. They won more than anybody else so far. They're trying to hold on to that top spot. They're tied, of course, with Drake and Ross from Canada. And Proctor and Graves, Wade and Thorpe right behind them. This is another one where we're going to find out half the teams will come from whoever performs well tonight.
One of the quickest teams in pro rodeo today start us off with the pup of the herd, Dustin Eguskiza and JC Flake. They needed it. 4.5, the fastest run yet this year at Rodeo Houston. And they had zero money won, Bobby T. They had to have it.
They knew exactly what that steer was going to do. And you saw J.C. Flake slide out, haze the steer. You'd have thought, well, thank goodness they don't have a barrier on the heeler side or he'd have broke it in a hurry. Nice run, boys. The pressure is on. For the last two nights, it's been up and down. Jake Smith, Douglas Rich. Jake's got him now. Douglas got a pair. No. Well, you've got to rope them clean around the horns, catch both hind feet. Watch what he does right here. The handle here looks a little awkward. Yeah, he had to wait and slipped one out of there. Penalty of 5 seconds.
That's that steer that we saw in previous rounds, though. He just kind of high lopes. He doesn't run really hard. All right, let's see what we do with the world champs, Andrew Ward and Jake Long. They came in here tied for third and fourth, and here we go again. Another single leg hind catch, so single hind leg catch. So that's going to cost them 5 seconds. So instead of being 6 and 7, they're 11 and 7, and they are opening the door for some guys who weren't in the top 4 coming in, but by virtue of these two mistakes, by only roping one hind heel, they're improving the chances of guys like this.
When a first team comes out and throws a 4 and 5, it puts everyone on notice, including the brothers Minor. Riley the younger, he's the header. Brady, the elder, the healer. They've won some money so far. Can we get one more caught clean? And we will.
You betcha.
5 and 4, like they've done so many times before in their hometown of Ellensburg, Washington. And that will probably get them another paycheck, but they have to wait and see if it's enough.
Well, coming in here with $3,000 was a big advantage. And to be in the money. All right, Clint Summers, Jade Corkle. Jade Corkle at the heel end could be a 3-time Houston winner. Oh, quick, good draw, fire 2, do it. That's the way a 3-time champion of the world is supposed to rope them. We'll take it at a 5.3.
And that just delivered a blow to the Minor brothers. They're now sitting in the number 4 spot with a projected earnings of $5,000 as a team. Summers and Corkle have moved to the number 1 spot on the projection, tied with Smith and Rich at 7,500. Now, with 3 teams to go, this is the magic number. You want to be 5'4" or faster. You just really do. Now, these are 2-time world champions. Tyler Wade, the header, is a 2-time world champion. Wesley Thorpe is a 3-time champion of the world. They finished second in the first round, then no love last night. So they're sitting there with $4 grand won thus far. Just get into the top 4, which right now would be faster than 10 and 7. So make a clean run, and you're going to give yourself a real opportunity at roping in a semifinal and making it to our championship Saturday. Hard running steer, he chunks it, net catch. That's legal. 2 hind feet, you bet. Wesley rides in. Even though on a net catch, you're going to see the steer's hind quarter flip around a little bit. That puts them in at 5 and 9, and that is going to place them right now a projected 1,500. With 2 teams to go, they're sitting 4th in money won. With 2 teams to go, one of them has already won more than 5,500. So theoretically, Wade and Thorpe are out.
Well, this next guy to go is not afraid to reach and throw it.
The Miners are out, so apologies to Riley and Brady. But Travis Graves and Coleman Proctor, the Oklahoma duo, needs one more check. And just like we mentioned a moment ago, you need to be quicker than 5 and 4. If you could split that second place check, that would project them into a better spot. They've won nearly $5 million just at rodeos. Probably another $2 million between the both of them, but a lost head rope.
So this is a great time to point out that the ropes aren't tied to the saddle horn, are they, Bob?
Well, they do that with aged roping when you get to the senior division. But this is rope and dally. Rope and dally. And that rope, he had so much rope in that loop, it took a whole coil away from him. When he went to get ready to dally at the saddle horn, he was out at the knot.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Andy. If you're Drake and Ross, you're already in. You've got enough money already to move into the tie for 3rd and 4th on money won, so you know you're advancing to a semifinal. Let's gamble, just like Michael Otero did in the tie-down roping.
Kevin Drake, Denham Ross, a 19-year-old header, 21-year-old heeler, a couple of pops. And the Canadians will do it with a 5 and 7, earning one more, adding one more to the bank, and you guys are advancing to a semifinals. The Canadians get to stay in the humidity a little bit longer. How in the world did that heel rope get off of his horse's front foot? Wow. Good things happening for Cavus and Denham.
Oh, bear down. It's teamwork. The heeler hazes the steer, so he stays within reach of the header. Then, as Bob pointed out, you've got to dally that rope. Watch this. You got to wrap it around the horn. And if you let it slide, it'll start to smoke in a building where smoking is not allowed. Oh, the look of intensity. Corco's going to move on for a chance at his 3rd title. The Miner brothers are headed home to Ellensburg. But Summers and Corkill, along with Drake and Ross, are going to split the win. I guess they'll have to figure out who gets the boots and who gets the guitars. One team will take the boots, the other team will have to take the guitars. I don't know how they're going to do this. I'm sure it'll be like a meeting of United Nations coming together and just deciding. There you go. That's Jake Corkle on the right of your screen. Clint Summers on the left of your screen. No, they are not ZZ Top, no matter how much they look like them. Thank you to the people that brought it to us. Corral Boots brought you the team roping.
Don't go anywhere. It's the event that started it all, saddle bronc riding, when we return to Houston.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want y'all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Well, captions are available on your mobile device right here at RodeoHouston.com/captions. We'll make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Now, this is something everybody ought to see. Check out the best seats in the house. The Chute Seats, presented by Chenier, right behind the bucket chutes. Congratulations, guys. Hope you enjoy them.
We'll take a look at our arena crew. Those are the talented folks. They work the gates, chutes, and equipment. They are all sponsored by our friends at Cavender's Boot City. Thank you to our arena crew.
Oh my goodness, as we welcome you back, it is a sea of camo. Love the uniforms, the smiles, the American flags. It is the right night to be in uniform and the right night to be a bronc rider. We're talking about saddle bronc riding, brought to you by Energy Transfer.
It has been total domination so far by Alan Bohr. $5,000 makes him a lock. As you watch him ride that paint horse, he will be moving on. But it has been spread out with everyone else here in our first Super Series, boys,
right.
So it's anybody's after that.
That's a great point, Andy. Alan Bohr is in. The next three spots are going to boil down to how well you ride tonight. I'd put Brody Cress in that Jess Polk category. You know, the guy that always shows up whenever it's the toughest. You're looking at a man on a horse called Burial Ground. Went to the NFR last year. This is a mare. There were 88 points on this horse in Nampa and San Antonio. Watch this veteran. 30-year-old Cowboy. Look at that flaxen mane horse. Jump, kick, change direction. Still got the NFR bumper sticker on her back right hip. As our pickup men, Tyler Kraft, Taos Muncie, Chase Servey, and Randy Britton ride in to set him down. He's got to be happy with that effort.
I agree. That horse staying close to the chutes so that the judges can see everything that's happening. 83 points, a solid start for the man from the Cowboy State.
Well, Zach Dallas, at the age of 24, is making a name for himself. He left a week and a half ago in Tucson as the champion in his home country, the turquoise circuit. That's what he has won of late.
Let's walk him through what's going on here, Bob. You see that little metal hook right there? You see the hook?
Trying to find that back cinch.
Actually, it looks like he's got the back. It's the front it looks like he's still working on. Maybe now he's moving to the back cinch. But basically where you place this saddle and how tight your back cinch and your front cinch is very important to the outcome of the full 8-second effort.
What you have to consider when he reaches down to get the bronc rein, on his mind, did I get it right? Is one too loose? Is one not tight enough? Now he takes the bronc rein, which he has pre-measured already.
2 third-place finishes so far. One with an 84, one with an 83. So he's been in the money, just not as deep as he'd like to be.
Watch his horse. It's going to happen in a hurry when they crack the gate.
Told us this horse called God's Plan is snappy. As we pointed out earlier, half the score for the horse, the other half for the Cowboy. How well he rides. The horse, how difficult is he to ride? Do you see any change of direction? They told us the horse was snappy, and they were not lying. But as we take you back to this replay, when the horse stumbles, they automatically give the Cowboy a re-ride when he goes down to his knees.
Not just a stumble. He's got to go down to his knees. And we didn't see it on that replay. But if the horse goes down to his knees in the stumble, now they're going to give him a score. And he rode pretty good. But see, now that horse went down to its knees, that's considered a fall. And they're going to give him 82 points. Now he's got to decide whether he wants to get on tank or keep his 82-point ride. He's talking to Binion Servey right now. Oh, excuse me, Buffalo Bill. Yeah, they're talking about the horse, and we'll see what Zach decides if he wants to keep the 82 or not.
He's going to take what he just learned from Binion Servey and get somebody.
He's keeping the points, guys.
All right, hurry, boys. Let's go to Gus Galliard.
No.
Or are we going to Parker Fleet?
Parker Fleet.
Yeah, he qualified here by winning Hempstead with an 84-point ride.
Click. This is the night to click your feet, but it's also the night on these horses to have your toes turned out. Just boot banning or stirrup banning a horse tonight is not going to get you any points, Andy.
Well, Bob, when you were coaching us up, you told us this horse takes a lot of rain, and he does. This horse will tuck his nose between his ankles almost all the way to the ground, but Parker did his homework. 84 points takes him all the way to the top.
I dig it.
You and Boyd watched that horse be 90 at the Snake River Stampede in Nampa.
Absolutely. Now we're listening in as Gus Galliard. Morris, Texas. Now this is a horse called Canyon Sunset. You can tell he's a gray horse, right? You can tell he's pretty big because the swells of those saddle are right underneath the H on the Rodeo Houston sign. So he's big and he's gray, but here's the curious thing. When he bucks, he kind of floats. He hangs in the air for a long time between jumps and kicks. So now we've been told that Zach is going to take the re-ride, and that will take that 82 points off the board.
One more. All right, let's go.
All right. Hey, anybody who would know this is Brody Kress, and he's standing with Janie Johnson. Go ahead, Janie.
Yeah, Brody Kress, you were first out, just made a great ride. But first things first, how awesome is Dick to ride here at NRG Stadium?
You know, this is one of my favorite rodeos. There's not very many atmospheres like this. Great crowd, you know, great town. They have an amazing committee here putting on this rodeo. We're just very thankful for it.
And you made great rides all 3 rounds of your Super Series. Now you kind of have to wait it out to see if you're going to be moving on, or you kind of on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, you know, that's the hardest part, is just forgetting about the stuff you can't control and just focusing on what your job is and trying to do the best you can every horse.
You did your job. Let's get back to the action.
From one collegiate standout to another, Gus won the college finals back in 2024. He's the reigning Rookie of the Year, who's number 7 in the world. Won 2,000 last night for an 84.5. If he could duplicate that number, it'd be the highest marked ride tonight. Big jump from the gray mare.
They were 86 on this horse right here a year ago. Now he gets a little choppy with his feet towards the end. Was it timing? Did the horse quit kicking? Ooh, up and jump. Wow. Perfect start, mark out rule, awesome. I see everything I like about it. Right there, set your feet pretty. When the whistle blows, he said, come get me, boys. Judges, where you going to take him? 82.5? Not what I was going to expect from past history.
Well, he's sitting there number 1 on Money 1. That's a projection at this point. Halfway through the bronc ride, and here's Ryder Sanford on the Vintage Villain. Another nice gray horse. This one circles around to the left on a right-handed bronc rider. Now remember, Andy touched on this a second ago. It's 1 to 50 points on how hard the horse is to ride. It's 1 to 50 points on how well the Cowboy rides the horse. And the more you turn your toes out when you throw your feet to the front end, the better the judges are going to score you. He moves into the top 3, actually the top 2, 83.5. which now projects him to 23.75. He's going to have to sweat the last 3 guys.
Sometimes it all just comes together. What do you win for winning a Super Series? A guitar. What is the leading man in the saddle bronc riding going to drive? 6-string is the draw for him tonight.
Well, it could be electric. It might be a 5. Alan Moore, one of the prides of the great state of Utah. He has done it in the lead. He can take all the money right here. Reach and go with 6 string. And to think that is only a 7-year-old colt. Oh my goodness, you got a bucking horse in the making.
Well, if it's a guitar, it's an electric one.
Woo!
Bay horse jumps up in the air, kind of squirrel kicks, and then levels out. 81 points for the highest money winner up to tonight in the Saddle Bronx.
Yeah, he actually spurred over his rein. You saw his left foot go over the top of that rein, and that could get scary. If you hang a spur in that rein, it will upset your apple cart. All right, let's go to the California kid. Lefty Holman, who rides right-handed. He's supposed to be a baseball player, turned out to be a cowboy and a good one. Holman, 27 years old, 5-time NFR qualifier on a horse called Vitalix Big Bang. Watch where this horse holds its head when it bucks. Just watch where this horse holds its head. See how he takes it down in between his feet? That's taking a ton of Cowboy. So if you grab your rein too short and that horse takes his nose and touches his toes with his nose, watch this. See how that horse takes that nose down to his toes almost every jump? Well, if you grab your rein too short, they're going to throw you off over the front. Beautiful ride equals beautiful score, 83.5, and he moves into the number 2 spot on Money One.
One more to go. We'll see exactly. We're going to go back and pick up a re-ride. All right. Blue shirts means it's right time. Ladies and gentlemen, we asked Statler, what's it like to be a part of the Wright dynasty?
It's awesome to be a part of it. It's to be able to rodeo with my brothers, all 4 of us, and to be winning like we are, it's pretty amazing.
The reigning world champ gets whipped. I mean, anyone else would have been bucked off, but what a recovery by Statler just to stay aboard, boy.
Recovery. That was an answer to a prayer. Oh my gosh, that's why he's the world champion. 99 out of 100 Cowboys would have got bucked off right about there. But not that guy. He fires his guts back, his feet forward. He marks 82 points, and it won't be enough. As his older brother Stetson cheers him on, it looks like the champion of the world in the bronc riding will not be riding in a semifinal.
So now our cowboy from the land of enchantment has gathered up his equipment one more time. Getting some assistance from Alan Moore and Lefty Holman is Zach Dallas as he resets that saddle. Now, you guys were pointing this out. You want that saddle to be set because it's not just rocking side to side. You don't want it to move too far forward or too far back and mess with your spur stroke.
That's what we were looking at a minute ago, and they had that hook trying to find that cinch to make sure it didn't have a twist in it, make sure that it was going to be just at the right tautness. Make sure they both work. All right, now we've got everybody pulling in place. Zachary has a second opportunity. It took him a long time to try to figure out that he wanted to do it. You got to be in the 3rd position. Here we go. Little stall, and now it's coming together. He just did this a moment ago. Now let's see if we can get him 83.5, 84 points. That's what it's gonna take to stay in the top 4.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill, the re-ride horse that he was drawn, needs to be 83.5, and 74 will not do it. That is actually 8 points shy of his first ride. So the day is done for Zach. We will see you next year in Houston.
Well, you just watched the classic event in the sport of professional rodeo. It's how the sport was born. One ranch said, we got a horse nobody can ride. Another ranch said, we got a cowboy that can't be thrown. The ranchers got together and battled, and the sport of rodeo was born with this contest called saddle bronc riding. As the older brother cheers on the younger brother, it would not be enough, but Brody Kress is going to be on the outside looking in as well after a phenomenal start with an 83. Alan Bohr is not only moving on, he's taking a guitar and a pair of boots with him. As Lefty Holman, Gus Galliard, and Parker Fleet stamp their tickets, punch their tickets. No subterfuge involved here. They're all moving on to the semifinals.
No. Whatever you do, do not break that custom guitar. Strum on it. The man from Utah, Alan Bohr, wins Super Series #1. He was playing the right tune for us. Thank you to Energy Transfer for bringing us the Saddle Bronc Riders.
Coming up next, you're going to love it. Big guys and steer wrestling.
It's time for Entertainer Trivia. Answer the questions on the screen correctly, and you have a chance to win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Look at that screen and answer those questions.
Visit the Fan Zone. It's presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. We got 2 of them. And look at there, you can meet our rodeo royalty. Sections 103 and 124. You can also see our championship saddles awarded to the winners at Rodeo Houston.
So we like what we do here with the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. We find somebody in the audience, and then we do an avatar of what they would look like either on a ship or in the rodeo arena. So, soldier, that's what you would look like on the front of one of the Carnival Cruise Lines. Young lady, looking good as well with that ocean behind you. And now we're sunning on the beach for the beautiful lady on your left. Now we go to Blondie. She's catching some sun as well. Carnival Cruise Lines, Cowboy Cam. You're looking good.
We have an outstanding audience here in Houston, Texas, enjoying our 3rd performance. And tonight, we get to see who moves on from our first Super Series. Steer wrestling, the next competition you will witness as we give tribute to Mattress Firm. They bring the big boys of steer wrestling to us. And it's been the Hawaiian who's out in front, Tryson Kalavaya. He has been the mark everyone else is trying to match up to, but it is a talented field.
All right, let's just see if we can have back-to-back winners. He won it in 2025, a year ago this month. Tucker Allen, the reigning champion of the world from Ventura, California. The Hollywood Stuntman, 5'10", 180 pounds. He's been to the big show in Vegas twice. I don't think I've ever seen this guy sweat.
I'll tell you this, with a big brim hat like that, I don't care how big the thunderstorm is, he can stay out from underneath it.
Make you a storm right here. Full power. Oh boy. He did not draw the best steer to get a fall on him. We'll take it at that 7-1. I'm sure there's going to be somebody beat that, Andy.
I'm glad you said that, Bob, because Boyd's pointed it out in the past. You don't get to pick the steer that you run. It truly is the luck of the draw, and that is not the steer he needed to try and have a fast run and earn enough cash to move out of our first Super Series.
Let's go to a 6-foot-tall, 210-pound Cajun. Steer wrestling is called the big man's event. These cowboys are built like middle linebackers. And if you're a 210-pound cowboy taking on a 600-pound steer, every extra pound that you can use to your favor is an advantage. No time on his first one, 4-3 in the second. Hard running steer. Down we go. Hangs that left hind leg Now, fans, you should know the field flag judge can't drop the flag and stop the watch. The watch stops when the field flag judge drops his flag, but watch the left hind leg. It holds underneath the steer for just a half a second. All four legs in the nose have to be extended before that field flag judge will drop the flag. And that half second might be a problem. 6 and 7 for Tristan.
Justin Schaefer of Hallsville, Texas, also needs more. That 5 and 9 in round one cashed him $1,000. But the two-time NFR qualifier who rides the AQHA Horse of the Year, that would be Banker, the flea-bitten gray underneath him, as Tucker Allen is hazing for him. He'll make sure that steer comes out straight so that Schaefer, whoa, easy Banker. Look at that. You mention his name, and then he gets all excited, Bob.
Well, he's thinking about, when you're a banker, all you think about is money. Okay? It's normal. No,
Sure, their families will be glad to hear that.
Let him relax. That's just exactly what they're doing. Let him relax. The steer is going to wait for him because they're not going to open the gate till he makes it.
Look at those bulldoggers jacking with each other behind them.
Justin's trying not to look out of the corner of his eye.
He can hear them. The sheep in the back, they don't even care.
Of course, it was Tyler Wagisback. Who would have thought?
All right, there's your nod. We're off and running.
Good steer. If he got out, this could be fantastic. 4 flat for Schaefer, but he broke the barrier. Did not give the steer the allotted head start, and we're going to show you. There's a rope around the neck of the steer. He is supposed to set the trigger for the barrier. Instead, the horse breaks the barrier, and when that happens, it's a 10-second penalty. As you can see, the horse breaking that little piece of cotton string, turning 4 flat into 14 flat.
Let's go to Mark Joyner now, Ranger, Louisiana. It's a man that won Tucson, Ada, Oklahoma. He was 3-6 last night to win the round. Can he do it again? Joyner, 26 years old in his 7th season. Stands 5'11", weighs 200 pounds. He's a former Southeastern Circuit Finals champ.
Oh, there's 3 generations watching this tonight on TV. Whoa! He tried to put the brakes on, and that steer just caught a gear. He just went about another 20 feet before he got him stopped in a 6-4.
But believe it or not, halfway through the competition, that's the fastest time, so he's going to get paid yet again.
At the moment.
Well, Tristan Martin is liking it. As long as these guys keep breaking barriers or being long, his 6 and 7, sitting second right now, it's got him projected to win 4,000, and that would send him on. However, here comes Tryson Calavia. He is the Hawaiian. He won the first round with a 5-2. He'd like to do that again. 23-year-old Cowboy, 6'2", 195 pounds. He's a little leaner than some of the other big boys you've watched.
He's just not carrying any body fat. Aloha reach! Oh no! You could see it coming as they put it together. Both of them ride to him. The hazer couldn't get him pushed over enough. He had no choice but to reach. Oh, the hazer is wide now.
Look who's on the chopping block. The reigning Houston champion and the reigning world champion, Tucker Allen, sits 4th right now with $1,750 won. And he's got Wagisback and Irwin ready to go, and they both are either at that amount or over it. So Tucker will not be defending his title in a semifinal. So tough luck for Allen. He's already out. Calavia looks good. Martin hanging on with that 6.7 as we watch the 5-time champion of the world, Tyler Wagisback. 11 trips to the show. 5 gold buckles to his credit. Married a beautiful Georgia barrel racer.
You tell this man that he has to be quicker than 6'4". He is licking his chops. Waits at the barrier, finishes the job. 4.8. And he wears a purple shirt in big moments, and he just created yet another one. 4 and 8 for Wagaspack, and now he's in the catbird seat.
Look how he drops in that pocket. Perfect on the Hazen side, no wasted motion. What do you do for a living? Can you do it in under 5 seconds? Win 60,000?
I can't, I can tell you that. But Tristan Kalawea is nervous because now he's the Hawaiian is on the chopping block at 3,000. This guy rides in Colin Fox with 751, which means he's got to win the round, literally, quite honestly. So that means he's got to be 4-7 or faster. 4-7 or faster, because second place pays 2,000. That'd be 2750, and that's not enough money. So 4-7 or faster for the young gun from Manville, Texas.
At the age of 20, he's playing with the big boys for the big bucks at Rodeo Houston. He was our permit finals champion. These are the things you work your way through the system at 18, 19, 20. Here's your nod, Colin Fox. Boy, he did rear over to get him at the end of the nose.
But he breaks the barrier. He had to do it. He had to go for it. And when you try to take chances, sometimes it doesn't work out. 14 and 4 for Fox.
You gotta like a guy that's got a scripture on his collar, though, right? Folks, our last cowboy to go has been steer wrestling a long time. His name is Kyle Irwin. We asked him, what do you attribute your success to?
Having a hard head. No, I'm kidding. It's got to be my drive, grit. I'm not a big, bulky guy. I think that helps with, prayerfully helps with lack of injuries, because I've had a pretty successful career of not being injured a lot. I credit it to lean and mean.
All right, buddy. Irwin's got 2,500 to 1. What does that mean he has to do? Be faster than 14 flat. Seriously. Faster than 14 flat, he's going to give himself a chance. So just a really good, clean run. Anything under 6'7" would just about fix his wagon. Come on, Alabama Slammer! Yep.
Yep. 4 and 9 plus 10 at the barrier. That'll take the breath out of you.
Yep, that's going to knock him out by $500. He's going to be out.
3 beautiful children riding 2 horses behind he and his wife coming in here tonight. They were elated at the moment. That'll deflate you right there.
It does not get any closer than that. You saw he was pulling at the barrier line as on the waist of our defending champion was that Rodeo Houston buckle. As pranks are pulled behind those that get ready to nod. A hard-running steer and a long reach from the Hawaiian. He's unsuccessful tonight, but he will be moving on as Big Mark Joyner puts a left-hand turn on the steer. And the young Hawaiian knows that he will have another shot. And Manville's own will have to wait till next year to have another chance at it. Here's the 4 that will be advancing from Super Series 1. It's Mark Joyner, Tyler Wagaspack, Tristan Martin, and Tristan Kalawea. There is your winner. It's the Louisiana man, Mark Joyner, and he is having a ball with that custom guitar. Thank you to Mattress Firm for bringing us our steer wrestlers.
All right, everybody, you better get excited. It's horse race time. The barrel racing with the ladies is next.
Here at Rodeo Houston, there's a lot to celebrate, and today's Armed Forces Appreciation Day reminds us to honor our military members and veterans. We are proud to be a partner of Crown Royal, a brand with a deep tradition of generosity and giving back to those who have selflessly served. Crown Royal is committed to supporting our nation's military heroes and veterans through the Purple Bag Project. For over a decade, Crown Royal has provided military and veterans with care packages, and they've committed to packing 2 million bags by 2030. Let's honor these military heroes today and beyond.
I know there's a panhandle up here. I'm from South Dakota. How do I know this? Something over there, and I don't know, drops down here. I don't know. Something like that?
Can I redo it? I got panicked.
That's terrible. I know which one Texas is. It's the greatest state in America.
Texas. That's as good as you're getting.
I'm just missing the extra.
I know that ain't Texas, but I'm not a jar.
Yes. This is it.
There it is.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Rodeo Houston. It is time for the ladies of the WPRA barrel race, and you want to keep an eye out for contestant Michelle Alley. Her and her awesome mare she calls Stiletto. They have clean swept this Super Series so far. That means they've won round 1 and round 2. Tonight they have a chance to win all 3, get that guitar, and we're all cheering for them. So Michelle Alley, she's the one to watch tonight.
Yes, she is. A great lineup of barrel racers. As we continue the action at Super Series 1, thank you to S&B engineers and constructors for bringing it to us. It could be a clean sweep for the queen, Michelle Alley. She has been dominant so far. $6 grand to the good, and a very, very talented set of ladies on some very fast horses.
Hey, do we have time to show our Texas drawings while the tractor's going? You all told us we had to draw 2.
Somebody's feelings are hurt.
Here.
Oh, look at this.
What? Look at this. Right? Yeah. Artistics.
Mine's got a shark fin and I-10 traffic.
I'm a big X in the Gulf.
All right, let's run them in the barrel racing, shall we? Okay, tractors are parked, flag is up, and the first gunner is going to be Chloe Gray. Yatesville, Georgia. The Southern Belle will set the bar as she's coming off a top 30 finish in 2025. Good first barrel. Tight turns, straight lines. This is looking good. Come on, Georgia, be a peach. 14:59, and that's a good start. But here comes the first opportunity for a sweep to win all 3 rounds of a Super Series. Right now, it'll take a 14:58 to do it.
Here's your lady from Madisonville, Texas, Michelle Alley. Oh, she did it again. Raise her leg, get over, touch as tight as you can be. Go home, go home. 14:35. There is the fastest run of the rodeo. Boy, does this horse fit this pen. Hard to get him not looking. Wall to wall. That was beautiful.
Folks, if she sweeps, that's very rare. Here's Janie.
This awesome gelding she calls Willie. They're off. Oh, and she just caught that first barrel. It came down in slow motion. They're just going to go ahead and finish out this pattern, but had a great showing here at Rodeo Houston. Help her out, people. They had the right angle going into that first, and I think her foot caught that barrel, just pulled it over barely. That's a bummer right there.
All right, well, that'll lead us to the lady who's from South Dakota. She begged out as an excuse for not knowing how to draw Texas. This is the only $4 million barrel racer in the history of the Women's Professional Rodeo Association. The one and only Lisa Lockhart. Alamana left for the South Dakota Cowgirl. Look at this, look at this. She came in here with $2 grand won. She's trying to pack some more. Yes, top 2, 14:49, and that's going to help her bid to move on to a semifinal.
Well, guys, I said it. Michelle Alley, she's the one to watch. She has the lead right now with that 14:35, but she had to fight for every second of that run. Her awesome mare Stiletto was the top maturity horse of the year. Now they have taken to pro rodeo so well in these past few years. We're going to take a look at this run and just see where the difference was made on it being so close. They made a great first barrel. It was tight. Stiletto goes across the pin around the second barrel, and they are so close. It takes a lot of athleticism. Michelle lifts that inside leg to keep that second barrel standing. You can touch them, you can bobble them, you just cannot knock them over. And Andy, I liked what you said. You called her the clean sweep queen. So now I can't say the words. Now she is in the lead, but we still have a 4-time world champion, Haley Kinsel, coming up after this drag. And this is what she had to say about her horse Sister at Houston.
Sister loves Rodeo Houston. She likes the crowd. She loves that there's no walls in sight and it's a tiny little pattern, and she just has a great time. I have fun with her out there.
Haley Kinsel, like I said, 4-time world champion. She has made the Houston finals 6 times in her career, but has never gotten the win. Right now, she can come in here and make a solid run. She should be moving on out of this Super Series, and I know all of NRG Stadium will be cheering for her and that awesome mare she calls Sister.
Well, we go to the Sandhills in Odessa, Texas, and a young lady that needs some more money, Caitlin Scott. She qualified to her first national finals rodeo 1 year ago. She's number 10 in the world, but she needs to flirt with that 14:35 if she wants to guarantee herself another chance at it. Palomino horse a little wide around the first one. Let's tighten it up. Now we're cooking. Down to the third barrel she goes. Now a straight line to stop the clock. Can she do it? 14:92. Well, Columbus did something on that year, but that's not the time she needed. A little long for Caitlin Scott.
All right, from Odessa in West Texas, on your map, however you drew it, to Blackfoot, Idaho, in the beautiful river country, to a 3-time NFR qualifier, Sue Smith. Jane mentioned a moment ago about the futurities and the futurity horses. This lady has been a winner with about 100 of them. Ooh, little got an extra scatter trying to get around it. Check, check, check on an inside rein. Now one more to the right. Go, Buck. Kick, kick, kick. 14.89 for Idaho's Sue Smith.
That slips her into the number 4 spot at $1,500 won.
All right, we're getting set for Carly Otero. She needs to make something happen here at Rodeo Houston if she wants to move on out of the Super Series. You'll see that guy right there. That's Michael Otero, husband you just saw in the tie-down roping, helping her in this buckskin Twix up the alleyway. This horse is deceivingly fast. Carly Otero, 5 times the NFR, an incredible jockey, has won on all kinds of horses, and they are laying down a run right here. Nice and quick on that third. Let's take it home.
Ooh, 14.63.
And they were close on all 3 barrels, Boyd. That 14.63, I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Well, for right now it is. She's sitting 4th, but the final barrel racer to go has already won 3,000. So that is going to put Carly Otero on the outside looking in, and Chloe Gray looks safe. This is Sister, along with the jockey Haley Kinsel, the Texas A&M graduate, the cowgirl who's got 4 gold buckles to her name, on her way to $3 million in earnings. And that'll be a top 2 finish at 14.59. But gentlemen, we saw our first sweep, and they are rare at Rodeo Houston to win all 3 rounds of your Super Series. But that happened tonight in the barrel racing.
Not just win it, but dominating fashion. How fast can you be once the flag drops? As Miss Alley lifts her leg over that second barrel, looking back with a smile on her face. As the horses motor through, going to the whip to cross the line. That mane flying through the air. $9 grand for Michelle Alley, the champion of Super Series 1, followed by the millionaires Lockhart and Kinsel. George's Gray will move on, but there is the clean sweep queen, Michelle Alley, with that custom guitar. Way to go, cowgirl. You are moving on to the semifinals. Thank you again to our friends, S&B Engineers and Constructors, for bringing us the barrel race.
Well, since we did so good with the ladies in the barrel race, let's stay with the Cowgirls one more event. It's Breakaway Roping, and it is presented by Oxy. Now, a few minutes ago, we're talking about world champions. In the ladies, it's Jackie Crawford. She has won in 3 different events, over 20 of those titles. She's $5,000, $2,000 to the lead over Aaron Johnson, another Houston winner. Tiana Gray, ladies, let's see where this is going to take you.
Let's start with our very first breakaway roping champion. We first hosted this contest in 2022, and this 3-time world champion, Aaron Johnson, left as the Rodeo Houston champion. She's a 4th-generation rancher. She ranches, she rodeos, and she has just recorded the fastest breakaway. Oh, she broke the barrier. Would have been a 2.8. We talked about it in the steer wrestling. We talked about it in the tie down. It's not a judgment call. You can tell whether the horse or the calf tripped the barrier line, so that turns it into a 12.8. But she came in here with $3,000 won already, so she's looking pretty good to advancing to a semifinal as we speak.
Speaking of good, this is Brady Good. Abilene, Texas. She won the Cody Stampede over the 4th of July last season. Has made 2 trips to the National Finals Rodeo. Comes from a family of ropers and some pretty talented ones. Won $750 last night, needs more. Hard running calf and not enough rope to get there. No time for Brady.
All right, let's look at families of generations of superstars. This is the late, great Jimmy Cooper's daughter. This lady showed up a couple of years ago at the American, got him for $100,000. Jill Tanner, Stephenville, Texas. Now she's only won $1,000. It's time to get out there. With a 12.8 and no time in the lead, it's wide open. That's a serious look. Hammered cock. When she nods, oop.
Now the girl up behind her, Bob, is going to be coming up later. She's trying to judge the start. So that's why you see another breakaway roper standing behind Jill, trying to get the view of what you need to see before you do your left hand go. There you go, Jill. Like it.
3 swings and stuck them. We'll take it at 3 flat.
All right, let's look now to a rookie. For those of you who are from or been to Fort Bend County, Texas, this lady won the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo with a 2.1 second run, and that gave her the right, the invitation. It earned her an invitation to Rodeo Houston. She's got a go for broke attitude, but she's finished 3rd twice. 5-5 in the first round, 4-4 in the second. We got to see that go for broke attitude tonight, because I'm not sure 2,000 is going to get you to a semifinal.
You guys see that game face? I don't know that I want to play poker with her.
She will smile when she ropes one. Look at there, 2 swings. Yeah. 3.1. Consistency. Now, she's clapping about it, 3-1. See if we can get her to smile before she leaves the football field.
We got 3 Cowgirls tied. And again, this is projecting their earnings based upon how the 3rd round is standing right now. So we project their winnings based upon how we sit. And there's 3 of them with 4,000 already, but this lady's already won 5,000.
That is the 23-time world champ, Jackie Crawford. She's cashed some big ones, a hard-running calf, and 3.9 puts her number 3 right now, but she's smiling already, Bobby T. She's already got 5,000 won, so she's in a great spot.
So, and as we look at this, Bobby T., you got Aaron Johnson sitting 4th with a 37.50 with that 12.8. She really can't stand to take too many losses. Actually, she can, because Jade has won no money so far. Susanna Williams, only 500, will be Tiana Gray, who has the final say.
Well, Jade Mitchell of Weatherford, Texas, can be a spoiler. Throw it. Oh, calf run off to the left. Horse did not follow. So much for being a spoiler, it's over. Back to Parker County.
She qualified by winning the Waller County Fair and Rodeo with a 1.6. All right, let's do some math. Jade Mitchell is out. We're looking at Suzanne Williams. She's got 501, which means the worst she can do is split first and second. So that basically means she needs to be 3 flat. She's got to be 3 flat or she's not moving on to a semifinal. Let's everybody cross your fingers and hope it works for the Standish, California Cowgirls. She set arena records in Oakdale and Stony Ford. She chunks it with 3.7. Going to be a few too many ticks, I'm afraid. Yep. Still on the outside looking in. Tiana Gray gets the final say.
Tiana Gray is an owner of a former Horse of the Year in the WPRA in the breakaway roping. May, Texas. There it is. Coon is the horse. You see it on the. Got to be 3.7 or faster, according to my calculator, Boyd Polhamus. And I'll take that.
He's projecting on us.
That's all right.
If she wins 3.7, she'll split third and fourth, which would be worth about. Ooh, no, she's got to be
not
faster.
Enough.
Got to be 3.6.
Yeah, she's
got to be 3.6.
Ooh, look at her reach and lean out there.
Yep.
How about that? 3.4 Tiana.
Broke the barrier. But she broke the barrier.
That butt in 10 seconds will bite you. Man.
Well, we're going to see the 23-time world champion in a familiar spot. The 2024 Rodeo Houston champ. There's Erin Johnson. She's moving on. Our first Houston champ. Pretty good, not so good. Jill Tanner, we'll see you in a semifinal. When I say whoa, I mean whoa. And Jade did not have a good Super Series. There it is, Crawford, 1750 better than the rookie. Kirby Rawlinson, who's a rookie. Jackie Crawford's the greatest roping cowgirl of all time. Tanner and Johnson remain in the hunt. As we get ready to hand that guitar to, there she is. If Trevor's the king of the Cowboys, she's the queen of the Cowgirls. That is Jackie Crawford, the 2024 Rodeo Houston champ. I know you enjoyed it, and Oxy was proud to bring it to you.
Stay where you're at. Bull riding is next at Rodeo Houston.
Check the screens for the answer to the trivia question. The winner will be announced on March 21st.
Visit the Fan Zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. You'll find them at sections 103 and 124. Take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars and get an autograph. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Fan Zone.
Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine does so much to take care of our great Rodeo Houston athletes. One of them is saddle bronc rider Gus Galliard joining me. And Gus, I want to know, what do you do to train to get ready for competition in the saddle bronc riding?
Yeah, I just try to stay pretty active at home on the ranch and stuff, and ride the spur board as much as I can, and just keep working, keep doing something every day.
The true Cowboy way. And how nice is it to have Houston Methodist Sports Medicine here to take care of you along the way?
Yeah, they do super great. You know, anything we need, whether it's just getting tape or an ice pack, ibuprofen, whatever it is, we just keep relying on them guys, and they keep us healthy.
Well, and this was your first trip to Rodeo Houston, and you made it on out of the Super Series. How would you describe this great experience?
Oh, this is super awesome. This is a great rodeo. We got great fans here, and just super excited to come back for the semifinals.
Well, congratulations to Gus Galliard, and thank you to our friends at Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine for all they do for our rodeo athletes.
Oh boy, is she happy she doesn't even know what to expect's about to happen. Yeah, I said, oh look, we're on TV. It's bull ride time. There's so much to it, folks. I want to say thank you to Rock and Roll Denim for making this happen. Roscoe Jarbo. How good do you have to be with a 10-year career behind you to be $5,000? He's like Jackie Crawford was a minute ago. Got a $2,000 lead on Stetson Wright. But church ain't over. Everybody's got to ride one tonight. Here are the guys that'll protect them all.
On the left of your screen, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Dusty Tuckness. In the middle, Nate Justice. The man on the right, NFR qualifier Nathan Hart. Three of the best.
And they're joined by, when it comes to entertainment, one of the kings of rodeo entertainment, professional rodeo. From Soper, Oklahoma, give a warm welcome to John Harrison.
Hey, Houston, are you ready to ride some bulls?
Then let's ride some bulls. Here's the PBR Rookie of the Year, and he's yet to get one covered at Houston. I say that slump ends tonight. Hudson Bolton on a bull called Flex from Generations Pro Rodeo. The bull is 17-4. He's about to be 18-5 now, down in the well. Bolton gets beat up off of the back of Flex.
He went that way.
And the bull is about to take a victory lap all the way to the south end of NRG Stadium. And he takes a horn to the guts. Boom. Boom. I mean, it's working the midsection if you're a boxer. That's how you take the wind out of the guy.
All right, Wasey Shala's next to go, and we asked him, there's two events tonight. Why the bareback riding and the bull riding for you?
I don't know. I guess being an adrenaline junkie just runs in the Shala family. So I guess it's just something that excites me.
Well, he's exciting to watch, too.
Yeah, there's not too many guys that compete in two rough stock events. Obviously, Stetson Wright comes to mind as a bronc rider and a bull rider, but just not that many. And they're trying to convince this bull that the north end is really where all the alfalfa is at.
Well, boy,
everybody that carried a rope tonight got a chance to throw it.
Yeah, well, thank you again to our pickup men doing a great job. Tyler Craft, Chase Servey, Taos Muncie, and Randy Britton. But to your point, Boyd, there are multiple people that may ride multiple rough stock events. But to do both at an elite level, where you have a chance to qualify to the national finals or compete at some of the largest events, it's rare.
Very rare, because I don't even that I know of that many multiples. You know, that even whether they're mediocre at it, I think there's probably fewer than 20 guys in our sport that are competing on two rough stock events. But to do it at the level that Shala and Wright do it, Andy, I couldn't agree with you more. That sets them apart.
You'd have to go back to Ty Murray, Phil Line, Larry Mahan.
Well, he's done it very well in the bull riding as well. Ridden both bulls, 84.5 and 86. $3,000. Got to watch him win the Music City Rodeo in Nashville. Won the Calgary Stampede. That was in the bull riding.
Won the bareback riding 2 weeks ago in San Antonio with a 91. Oh, by the way, if we hadn't told you this little inside baseball, the louder you all cheer, the better they ride. That's a fact. We scientifically tested it.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, he threw a fake. That bull threw a fake. That bull is like nothing to see here. Steps out of the chute and sits there. Then explodes like a bottle rocket.
That bull wanted a piece of his body. Did you see him throw his head back? right in his face. That is way more than a fake. Now he's going to get his head hung in the gate, then hips himself and goes crazy. Watch. See, he's got his horn stuck in the gate. That's what made him throw his head back so hard.
Yeah, there's the horn. Kind of makes the bull come out funky.
And then he hips him right here.
Yeah. Awkward start all around. And Motor Breath has a little bad disposition after the fact.
Now, Jake Gardner, yeah, that's what I thought. There's going to be a reride opportunity for your previous Cowboy. Because of the hipping of the bull and the stuck horn, all that stuff wasn't a fair shot to him. So they're going to give him another shot. Now, Jake Gardner actually replaced Ethan Skoquist of Minnesota in Super Series 1. So in some ways we weren't expecting to see Jake Gardner, but he's proven he belongs here. He's ridden his first two bulls.
79 and 81.
Thing you got.
Almost $2,000 for the Fort St. John British Columbian. Terminator. That's the bull who's got a 76% buck-off ratio.
Good to go back there?
Been ridden 10 times in just over 40 trips.
Look at those baseball bats he's got growing out of the side of his head.
They've been trimmed. I hope they've got him right now. Let's go, Houston. Come on.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. You came to play.
He rode him like he owned him. He must have known what was going to happen.
He made it worth the wait. Bull stays close to the chute from where he exited. Canada's in the house. 83 points for Jake Gardner.
Let's go.
Now back to the Lone Star State with 22-year-old Canyon Bass of Johnson City. Got a young bull that they've ridden twice. Put some big numbers on him in Denver. This is Johnny Reb. Canyon Bass needs to ride this bull, Bobby T.
There's probably a few people here from right up north in Johnson City. Anything he wants to do. We've seen him do it at Killeen. We've seen him do it at Gunnison, Colorado. Had a good shot at him at Abilene, Kansas. 5 and 2. Oops. Now we've got cameras in there, but we also have microphones down in there. And you could hear that rush when that bull wailed in there. You'll see somebody standing, see him holding on the back of his vest. That's the safety move.
Yeah, that's Statler right. His brother Stetson's going to ride in a moment. So you not only have a guy standing there holding your vest as you get prepared, you wear a helmet to protect your head, and then once he gets ready, that guy keeps his arm in front of him so he doesn't slam his head on that front slide. Canyon has not won any money yet, so he needs to try and win the round.
Now this bull has had the advantage. He's just trying to ease up on his rope. So they're going to make sure that he doesn't take a hooking. The most dangerous place in this event is inside of that steel box.
But the bull is leaning to the right on the gate so he can't get his leg down. There we go.
I don't think he had his foot set. That's not against the rules. I don't believe he jammed that right foot down to turn his toe out to get a spur in him.
Well, it does look like that foot comes loose really quick. So I can see why you think that might have been the problem, and it likely was. It looks like he was able to drop it. He just was not able to set his spur. And bull goes away from his hand, and down goes the Cowboy, Canyon Bass. Okay, folks, listen up to the stats on this bull. He hasn't been bucked a ton. He's been bucked 11 times, ridden once. One time in 11 trips. This bull's name is Warpath. He's got a 91% buck-off rate. Cody McElroy wants to be only the now watch his eye. Whoa, tuck! Great job by your bullfighter. Watch two things. Watch two things in this replay. First, watch the guy's eyes. If he looks away, that's the exact direction he's going to get bucked off. If he looks away from the bull, wherever, see when you look to the right, down he goes. Now watch Tuckness jump in between the bull and the cowboy to save the bull rider from the bull. Folks, you can't pay a guy to do that. He's got to want to do it. Let's hear it for the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Dusty Tuckness.
You could see Cody looking up in a crouched position, waiting for the bull to leave, thanks to Tuck. Oh, he's amazing. All right, now it's Stetson time, guys. Here is a man with almost $4 million to his earnings. At the age of 26, he is the reigning champion of the world, the Bull Rat Rod. In 2022, he won this rodeo with a 93-point ride. Rat Rod is 9-3. Oh! One little bobble. You don't see him make mistakes, and if he does, he normally gets out of it.
Well, we are glad to see him back. After he got stepped on last night, he's back, and he'll be moving on, but no score.
Janie's got the only guy that's been to the whistle tonight, Jake Gardner.
That's right, and we are all smiles. Jake, you actually just got the call on Monday that you were going to get to compete here at Rodeo Houston. How much fun are you having now?
Oh, it's pretty good. I love H-Town. It's so great to ride in front of all you great fans. It's a great place to be right now.
Well, and you said that last bull, you've ridden all three, but that last one, he was hard. What did he do that was unexpected?
Well, he's just a little squirrely out there around to the right. He was supposed to go left, but I just kept that hand shut and chin down, and we made it work. I'm just grateful for it.
Now, I know we don't want to jinx ourselves, but how cool would it be to get the guitar?
Oh, it'd be pretty cool. I love rock and roll, so.
Well, you've had an awesome showing. Jake Gardner, he's ridden all three of his bulls in the Super Series.
Gotta love a Canadian accent. Here's a Colorado man, Luke Mackey, sitting up over the Honey Badger. He is not afraid to test that one. He needs to be more than 83 with the money that's been spread around in the bull riding. He needs a $3,000 payday. Is it going to happen for Mr. Mackey? 87 and a half and a new leader.
And that leaves him with two to sweat. Shala on the re-ride. And the man who came in number one. How can you not cheer for a guy whose name is Roscoe Jarbo? New Plymouth, Idaho, this veteran bull rider. He's qualified for our World Series, our Super Bowl, the NFR, on 5 separate occasions. 29 years old, 5'11", 150 pounds. He's tall and lean on a bull called Cool Out. The bull is 42-10. They were 87 and a half on this bull in San Antonio. Mason Moody was the guy that rode him over in the Alamo City.
Oh, the man that's got 612, oh, his rope come loose. Blew his hand right out of there. And folks, he was in good shape when it happened. Let's watch this in a replay. Right here, he's good. Feet set, upper body right. Right there, you see that? Did he not have enough rosin? Did he not have enough grip? That says the steering wheel came off the car and away you went.
Andy, let's look at where we're at right now. We're tied for third and fourth right now at $3,000. So the next tiebreaker is going to be your aggregate. Both of those guys are 87 and a half on one. So then it's going to go to your world standings. And Stetson Wright came in front of Luke Mackey, so he would win that tiebreaker. Wacy Shala is in at 3,000. So it looks like Wright is in, and Shala definitely needs to ride this bull to make sure Mackey doesn't advance.
Try to win $2,500 and he's around. Oh, wow. Oh, my Lord. Take a hit and did not quit.
Played T-ball with his head, but they're going to tell us he slapped the bull during the ride. You can't touch the animal with your free arm. So watch his left hand. Right there, he touched the bull. Even if it didn't help him stay on, it doesn't matter that it didn't help him stay on. You can't touch the bull with your free hand. So out the door he goes after almost having his head kicked off. But because of all the tiebreakers, he's actually going to end up in the top 3. In the bull riding, my friends, even if you win, you're going to feel the pain of being a champion. The G-forces involved here, regardless of how much balance and tenacity you bring, and you praise God for men like Dusty Tuckness who are standing there ready to take the hooking so you don't have to. One thing about bull riding, it doesn't matter if your favorite cowboy wins or not, you're going to like it. Roscoe Jarbo is going to win the series with $5,000. Then Gardner, Shella, and Wright all punching their ticket. All right, Red Boots, let's see what you got. Oh, spank that donkey. There you go, cowboy. Roscoe Jarbo, bull riding champion of Super Series #1. And hey, he's got to like our sponsor too, Rock and Roll Dental.
Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats. Thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness, participants, Crown Royal. Hey, I want you to get your phones out, scan the QR code, and you could be on the Raisin Cane's selfie cam. There you go. Big smiles, show them you're happy. Beautiful smiles. I love your flag. There you go. You got pearly whites, I want you to show them off. There, happy couple. Oh, they're getting happier the farther they go. It's a big deal. Raisin Cane, thank you for the opportunity for the selfie cams. Oh, I like that crowd. There you go. Everybody's waving a flag today. God bless America.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world who come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now, Oxy is honored to present the other part of their team that these athletes cherish, the part of their team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over a decade ago of 2 legendary horses. On the left of your screen is a mare named Hostage. Next to her is a stud named Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the years. But the other thing they did was create this, their 14-year-old daughter. Say hello to Lunatic Bayou. She has followed in the footsteps of her mom and dad. This mother of 4 has bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including right here at Rodeo Houston. These animal athletes were born to be bucking horses. They're loved and respected by the cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this deep bloodline, the son of Lunatic Bayou, is Lunatic Bay. And he's going to grow up and one day be setting records of his very own. You see, folks, some horses are born to run fast like racehorses. Some are meant to work with cutting precision like a cutting horse. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. Bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect, because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family too, and they represent both the legacy and the future of our rodeo. We've been cheering for cowboys and cowgirls all day. Let's give all of our human and animal athletes a big round of applause to the animals that carry our cowboys to glory. And thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. And by the way, folks, another reason to come out to the rodeo, even if you don't have a ticket to the rodeo or the concert, is you can see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit right behind the junction.
Oh, there they are, all clean and pretty in those white shirts. It's coming up, the calf scramble.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Carly Otero is a 5-time NFR qualifier who is a loving mother of 5. She's not the only competitor in the household. Her husband, Michael, is a Rodeo Houston tie-down roper contestant and former champion. As this mother and father duo take on the rodeo road, they fly back and forth all year to be at home with their family. Carly, we want to help you unite with you and your family with airfare from United. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations. You are tonight's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
Nicely done. Everybody look at the big screen because we're always looking at you. And we love nothing more than to see you wave and smile. Wave that American flag, show that patriotism. It's a sight to see and behold. We love having all of you at Rodeo Houston, so thank you and bless you for coming.
Hey, hey, it's Calf Scramble time, sponsored by Transocean. Tonight, folks, we want to keep an eye out for the very first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line, because that scrambler will have a chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's go down and join Andy and Janie right now to meet tonight's scramblers. There's Andy.
Thank you, Bobby T. We have 18 young ladies and 11 young men. All of them are exhibitors in 4-H and FFA. They're looking to catch a calf. Now, I had to hustle on down here, but Janie had a few extra moments to talk to him. Janie, I want to know what you see in Scramble number 3.
Andy, we have an awesome group of kids tonight. A lot of them are athletics, are involved in a lot of different sports, many of them, and some of them are runners as well, which I think can really come in handy for the calf scramble, at least in the beginning part. We also have a pair of siblings, but we got to get it kicked off because these kids are nervous, but they are ready. Let's start with Lainey Smith.
Oliver Eloff.
Jaden Hernandez-Jimenez.
Madison Duran.
Jaden Balderas.
Elizabeth Kovar.
Lonzel Taylor.
Ada Schuler.
Billy Schuler.
Briley Kirkland.
Sydney Buchanan.
Lillian Rachel.
Elena Philly.
Asa Buchanan.
Savannah Graff.
Addison Hodges.
Zoe Newman,
Liam O'Hearn,
Carter Adams-Jones,
Miley Martin,
Audrey Parker,
Colton Summerall,
Hayden Charbino,
Charlie Hudler,
Tabitha Raphael,
Jackson Crew,
Kate Kent,
Gracie Cummins,
Kennedy Dobbins.
and those are the Scramblers for night number 3. Let's give all of those exhibitors a round of applause. For Armed Forces Appreciation Day, we have some very special guests with us each and every time we have our scramble. It takes individuals opening the gate and dropping the hat to signify when we start the calf scramble. So, our calf scramble gate opener happens to be Chief Warrant Officer 5, the Command Chief Warrant Officer of the Army Transformation and Training Command. Please welcome Edwin De La Cruz, Jr. And our starters for the calf scramble, please welcome Lieutenant General Leonard F. Anderson, Commander of the U.S. Marine Forces Reserve and Marine Forces South, and Sergeant Major Edwin A. Mota, Command Senior Enlisted Leader of the United States Marine Forces South, and Major General John M. Cushing, Chief of Staff of the United States Army Transformation and Training Command. Give it up for our starters. We will swing the gate open and allow the calves to come up the vom created by our Calf Scramble Committee. As the calves get closer, we will raise the hat high. Once it drops down, it lets all of our scramblers know the race is on, and it's time to catch a calf for the 3rd time in 2026.
And they're off. We're catching some really quickly. I said these kids are a group of runners. Number 2 right there, Oliver Eloff. Well, I said it, he's in cross country and in track, and it's paying off for him. That's number 14, Asa Buchanan. His brother is also in this race, so we got some sibling rivalry between Asa and Sydney Buchanan. I wonder who's gonna get it done right there. That's some strategy right there, Andy. You gotta use every little bit that you can to make sure you get that halter on the calf efficiently.
You also have to keep your head on a swivel at all times. Calves, kids running all over the place. We got the halter on for number 2, Oliver Eloff. As you mentioned, he is back in the box. We are cooking with grease.
This is a tough group we've got here, Andy. We're catching these calves fast. That's number 24, Charlie Hoodler. She's in volleyball, she's in cheer, she's in FFA. She's about to cross that line.
Now, Janie, I have found someone who crossed the line, and Oliver, did you come into this with a strategy? How were you able to catch so quick?
I just thought, like, just run and get a calf like usual, you know, what people usually think, you know.
All right, now, how did you strategize as far as getting close to the calf early on?
Well, what I thought was basically just get ready and go.
Run fast, I like it. Are you gonna bring a steer or a heifer back to the show?
Oh, I'm gonna bring a heifer.
What breed?
Either Red Rangus or Santa Cruz.
That is a man with a plan, and we are catching some more. Give it up for Oliver Eloff, and we got some more catches coming.
Gotta love it. I heard that crowd. They are cheering for these amazing kids. That's number 11, Sydney Buchanan. He's the older brother. They're both in here. He did tell me that that hairdo is natural, despite the allegations.
I mean, he's in high school. It better be natural.
Oh, we're very close, too. All right, take a second, take a deep breath. Let's regroup. All right, everybody, help him across the line. What is that, 4 feet? We're almost there. Here we go.
I'll be honest with you, it looks like there's a lobster on top of his head. That's number 27, Kate Kent. Good job, Kate. Little assistance from the committee makes her catch official. Oh, no. That's the wrong end, Janie.
I know, and we can see all kinds of crazy things happen out here in the calf scramble. But, you know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids, to our rodeo athletes. Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are always standing by to take care of any injuries that happen to our competitors. And it does happen because these kids in the calf scramble, they are working hard. They are doing the most. And that right there is a picture of someone who just does not quit. It's going to pay off.
That was the perfect time to cut from that camera angle. That is up. Oh, no.
That's number 4, Madison Duran. She shows rabbits. She's a barrel racer. She's really having a bonding moment with this calf.
Did you see her rip that halter out? I mean, that halter's only going to go on one way.
She's doing it from memory. She doesn't even need to be able to see. She
And look
can
at
do
that.
it in the dark.
Number 12, Lillian Wraith-Jen of Kingwood FFA. She's got her calf broke to lead.
Making it look easy.
As she
was nervous. She told me beforehand she was really nervous. She's caught before at a smaller calf scramble, but had never been anywhere this big like Rodeo Houston. And now she's just got her calf broke to lead. They're just going to cross that line and be winners.
I mean, are you kidding me? They're kindred spirits. Right across the line, give it up for Lillian.
That's what you call a cowgirl.
Yes, it is. Well played, young lady. Just a few more catches, including number 26, Jackson Crew, also Friendswood FFA. Take a deep breath.
Yep, Jackson Crew, he's a linebacker. You know that had to help.
That's number 18, Liam O'Hearn of Bel Air FFA. Just a few more steps. Come on, let's help him out, Houston. He's getting close. As the catches come in, you know, catching a calf here in the calf scramble is just the beginning of a year-long educational journey for all of our 4-H and FFA kids. Once they catch, they become part of a $22 million program. That's in certificates and prizes to nearly 25,000 students since it all began back in 1942. That is still number 4, Madison Duran, who has not quit, but she knows if she catches this calf, she'll be one of those that learns life skills like the responsibility of caring for a living animal, financial accountability and record keeping, decision making, and communications as she keeps in touch with her donors throughout this process. She'll also be part of a fall progress show if she can hold on. Oh no. Not only did the calf escape, but it still has the halter on.
That's right, and the Sharks are out. Now it's fair game for who can catch this calf. Whoever's the fastest is gonna win.
Please, Madison, get it back in gear and get your halter and your calf. They're making a lap towards the south end zone. Who's it gonna be? Where's Madison? Where is she? Is that her? Madison! Hold on tight, she's got the tail! Can she get back to the front and get the lead rope? Come on, Houston, let's help her out.
Wow.
It is a full circle moment. Clearbrook FFA and Friendswood. She battled it out underneath the calf, but she's going to wind up on top in the calf scramble.
That is just awesome.
Big thank you to our sponsor of the calf scramble, Transocean. Get ready for the chuck wagon racing coming up soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. We'd like to acknowledge many heroes that are in our audience tonight, people you wouldn't even know. So if you're a current member or a veteran of the United States Armed Forces, would you please stand up and remain standing, or raise your hand and keep your hand raised?
Stay standing, y'all. Tonight, the Crown Royal Military Salute is proud to honor all of you. These are men and women who love their country enough to die for it. They swore an oath to keep us safe and free from all enemies, foreign and domestic. They come from every walk of life, every faith, but they're all proud Americans, and we should be proud of the service they have given this nation. So with one voice, Houston, Texas, America, how loud can you get for the veterans of the United States Armed Forces? And thanks again to Crown Royal for sponsoring this special salute. Please join me on this special day in our salute as Crown Royal presents Armed Forces Appreciation Day at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and helping us to honor our military heroes. Thank you, Crown Royal. Guess what we did earlier today? We welcomed even more into our service. Earlier tonight, we were honored to be the site of a joint services swearing-in ceremony, where hundreds of young men and women took the oath of enlistment. And we thank them for this incredible commitment to our country, being willing to serve a grateful nation.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home.
How many proud patriots are in this room tonight? How many of y'all love America? Well, here's a little treat for you. We're going to get you right down inside the arena. Up next, it's the Axis Sounds of the Night.
Sorry, Henderson, let's rodeo.
Oh no, pull him back in. That's the best horse. Hey, mark him a 50. There was no bobble. No bobble in the ride. Watch it, fellas. Watch it. My face is freezing.
Hi, everybody. I am DC1 Vitello. Go Navy.
Everybody's waving a flag today. God bless America.
Yeah, God bless all of you. Now let's have some fun. Little truck wagon racing coming your way. The first heat is brought to you by Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. The announcing team is broke up into pairs, and the team that's doing the worst gets to pick first, and that would be Andy and Janie. And then it's going to be Boyd Luis against the Championes, Enrique and Bob. So, all right, Janie, Andy, who y'all picking in heat number one?
We are driving a Ford in heat number one.
All right, Luis, I yield to you, my dear friend.
vamos con el equipo número 1. We are going with the number 1, Baylor Madison.
Okay.
Oh boy, that leaves us STX Beef.
Let's
we
get up
hauled
another
the
steak
beef
tonight,
to a
Bob.
winning run already.
Now
Let's get
remember,
up
it's
another
2
steak.
laps around the arena, folks. 2 laps after they figure 8 the barrels. The first horse to cross the white line on the second lap is the winner. And they're off. Pick a wagon and cheer them on.
Our white horses are gonna cross that white line first. You better look out. Here comes Ford.
Vámonos, vámonos! We're just showing you the path to how winners win. XTF Beef to the lead.
Baylor Medicine's taking the inside track. Baylor
STX.
Medicine on the inside.
STX to the inside. Here we go.
Cut out all the subterfuge. Here comes the runaway wagon of Ford. The white horses are going to kick it into gear. Yes, we can.
Vamos STX.
There we
Vamos
go.
STX.
Well, the graphics team
we win?
over in NRG Center, I think they're going to award that to the kids.
Andy's over here dancing, so that must be a good sign.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a second.
Madison Boyd.
It is
Yeah.
Baylor Madison.
I think that's a weird angle. I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Some different angles.
Thank you to Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. The next heat is Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. Let's see. We've had 5 races, and you 2 haven't won one of them.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. Be nice to my friend here. Andy's getting it together. We're pulling it back together. It's time to change things. Do we get to pick first? or
Chevron.
last?
He's a Florida Gator fan.
Chevron.
He's
Chevron.
a Florida Gator fan. He's used to this.
Chevron.
I guess we're going with Chevron.
Okay. Luis, you picked the last winner. Do it again, buddy.
We have to
No,
go
but
with
we get the pick.
No,
next,
no,
right?
no. You're winning. You got 3 wins already.
Kroger. Kroger. We are going with Kroger.
We're going with Kroger. Okay.
That's good. We would have picked Mustang Cat any way you look at it.
That's right.
Enrique,
Amarillo
that
always
is our
wins.
wagon.
Amarillo always wins, Senor Bob.
If we don't win this one, there is some centrifuge going on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all do what we're doing.
Scream!
Pick a wagon and cheer them on. Come on, everybody.
Stay in the middle, Mustang Cat. Stay in the middle. They're
Take it
just
away,
craft
boys.
a little
Take
bit
it
behind
away.
old Kroger.
Come on, Chevron, take the inside.
We're
Vamos
just
Mustang
waiting
Cat.
for our
Let's
chance.
go, my man.
Here we go, Kroger, ladies and gentlemen. Yes!
Chevron.
Good
To the
evening.
cat. Pull over to the left. Pull over to the left.
Chevron
Let's
is
go,
red,
Mustang
white,
Cat.
and blue,
¿Dónde están los
and we are coming
paisanos?
for you.
Mustang Cat. Let's go, Mustang Cat.
Kroger.
Mustang Cat. Mustang Cat got it.
I told him to stay in the middle. That's what he did, Enrique. Stayed in the middle.
I think
We're
we
just
pulled it
like
away.
the NFL. We've got a camera on the goal line. We got a camera on the goal line.
Mustang
There
Cat,
it
no
is.
question. Amarillo is the winner.
That is 4 wins in 3 days, Enrique.
Absolutely,
Thank you
I
to
told you.
Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. Let's see. There's been 6 races, and Andy, Jenny, how many of you won?
0.
Not very many.
Not very
The answer is 0. My mom told me when you're digging a hole and it gets too deep, just put the shovel down. That's where we're at.
No, we're not. No, we're not going to quit. We're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to clean sweep it, okay? So just
keep picking
everyone
loose.
remain calm.
That's optimistic. Good luck, Enrique. We'll let them pick again.
Boyd, it's time for a cerveza.
Yes, it is. Or maybe something a little stiffer than that, even.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Tequila.
you to Chevron, to Kroger, and to Mustang Cat.
So, folks, yeah, that's what I was about to tell you, folks. You don't want to miss one of our favorite events at Rodeo Houston, the Mutton Busted. It's coming up soon. Don't get caught in the bathroom when we're mutton busting. You don't want to miss it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a word from our chairman of the board, Patman Phillips.
Howdy, I'm Patman Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. On behalf of the show's 36,000 volunteers, we want to thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best, promote agriculture, our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me, and in that I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amegy Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. Okay, y'all, just a little clarification that you are the judges in this competition. All night long, you've watched and other judges decided who win. Tonight, you get 3 chances to put money in a cowboy who had some hard luck pocket. So watch them all, but listen, sometimes the first one is the worst wreck. Sometimes the middle one is the worst wreck. So if you see a wreck you like, don't hold back. We want to hear you get loud and proud. Let's start with a 10-time champion of the world.
Well, he might have the most gold and the most money, nearly $4 million. Stetson Wright, watch. Ooh! Now that was the kick of the rib. Look at that right hind leg. Show him again. How much of that 1,800-pound bull jerked right up his rib cage? Right there. Folks, that will break an egg in a big chicken. I want to hear you. Help him. Let's go.
'96, we even brought our own chicken. Okay, folks, there's a right way and the wrong way to get off a bucket horse. Clay Jorgensen's going to show you the hard way to do it. Watch his hand betray him. It just blows out of the ring and he bounces and then lands right on his butt. His spine cracks like a bullwhip when he hits the ground. You can't hurt any more than that. I'm looking for Houston to take us to 100. Let's go.
Well, you're at 98. Come on, Houston. It's the right day to get to 100. young, and I said young Hudson Bolton. Bull riding again. Now watch. Watch. Ooh, right there. Hit him on the top. But whoa, right there. That's 1,700 pounds of bull shoving his guts out. Folks, that will knock the soup out of the can. Watch it again. Now give me 100. You did it. 100 points. You're awesome. Hudson, you get the money.
God bless you, Houston. We got our winner. Thanks to you, Hudson Bolton gets the title for tonight's Hard Luck Award, sponsored by Amagi Bank, and is taking home $200 in cash. But listen, during our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we'll show our top roughest rides, and the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award winner. They'll walk away with a grand prize of $2,500. That's the Hard Luck Award, sponsored by Amagi Bank.
Okay, you've been waiting. It's time. Time for the Mutton Bustin'. And it's sponsored by AGB. Let's go to Janie and Andy on the floor. There they are.
Thank you, Bobby G. I'm never sure when you're done, but we aren't done. We've got all kinds of fun down here, Janie.
It is time for the real stars of our rodeo. These kids are incredible. It is time for the Mutton Bustin'.
And away we go with Mason Rodriguez from Clear Lake, Texas. 5-year-old Mason.
Appropriately enough, Mutton Bustin' is his favorite event. That was a tough sheep. He really cut hard left, and he gave it everything he could.
Got his boots intact, though everything's good. Here's Crew Flowers of Conroe. Come on, Crew!
Wow, that was impressive. He almost took out me and as well as all of these other people over here, and he still rode the sheep and a wave to the crowd.
Waving and smiling, Torin Chiasit of League City, Texas, likes eating popcorn.
Wants to be an engineer. That is one smart kid right there and one great little mutton buster.
Now to Bel Air's Ethan Williams, 5-year-old Ethan. Loves chomping on pizza. Let's see if we can ride a little bit further, Ethan Williams. Hold on tight. It's your turn.
And that was a tough sheep. He had to take him from the ground. He made it a little ways and he just leapt to the air. Way to go. That was not easy, Andy.
Sam McKinney of Houston, Texas. Go, Sambo!
He wants to be an astronaut, and he is soaring all the way to the far end of the pin. That's the best one we've seen so far. What a ride.
William Grundy, a 5-year-old Houstonian, likes watching steer wrestling. Go on, Billy Boy!
He wants to be a paleontologist when he grows up. Wow, what a well-rounded group of kids, Andy.
Yes, they are. Now it's Walker Goodwin of Justin, Texas.
And we are making an amazing ride. He hangs off the side and makes it all the way to the far end. This is going to be a tough one to judge. That was impressive.
I'm glad I'm not judging. Oliver Williams of Dickinson, Texas, likes bull riding. Here comes your 6-year-old. Ooh, with a bounce.
And we have another future paleontologist here. Like I said, smart kids. Wave to the crowd. You are amazing.
Cypress, Texas is Jude Smellick, 5-year-old Jude.
Oh, and we lost a boot. We might have even lost a second boot, but we made a great ride. We're doing great. Good job.
If you want to ride the Ferris wheel, you'll find Juniper Signs, 5-year-old Juniper.
Wow, and when she grows up, she wants to be a rainbow mermaid. She looks like a beautiful rainbow mermaid in that cowgirl outfit. Great job.
Is there any other kind of mermaid than a rainbow mermaid? Now, let me tell you, each and every time we have our Mutton Busters competing, they are going to leave here with a memory, a back number with their name on it, and a special prize. All of our champions will get one, but we always have one Mutton Buster that rode a little bit farther, that did it just a little bit better, and each and every night we crown that champion. They will get the champion's prize, and they also get to share a few words with Janie Johnson on how it all went down.
Hi, Ethan. You are our winner in the Mutton Busting. Take a look at that back number. How did you manage to stay on that sheep?
I didn't know I would win today.
Well, now you know you are the winner. And hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Police officer.
I love that. Let's hear it. And you know what? Because you're the winner, Jamie from HEB is going to present you with this beautiful buckle. Let's hear it for our champion in the Mutton Bustin'.
Thank you to HEB for sponsoring our Mutton Bustin'.
The fun doesn't stop after tonight's concert. Get your adrenaline rush or play some games at the Carnival presented by First Community. Taste award-winning wines from around the world at the Champion Wine Garden presented by Frost.